32 or something, but I was impressed with his list. Basically, he had Venser and Stonehorn Dignitary, like that, the lock. Going.
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, yeah, that's not Maverick.
Yeah.
It's no, it's I know you saw Night of the Reliquary and went Maverick.
Yeah.
Just call it Junk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good call.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Blink list, you know, he's playing Cloud Shift, he's playing Restoration Angel, and he's playing Venser and Stonehorn Dignitary, so he could have that lock where you just ultimate Venser. The scary thing is another Addison restored card, Zealous Conscripts, and we saw him get Venser up to ultimate range, pass a turn, and his opponent goes Zealous Conscripts, steal your Venser, ultimate, and yeah, thanks for doing all the work for me.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, and,
it's been fun, kids.
Exactly. So that was really entertaining. So it was that was pretty exciting. Zealous Conscript's another kind of breakout card, I think, in Standard, and it's obviously a really good kind of sideboard card, but there's players saying that they would just want to main deck it.
Yeah.
So powerful.
It did some powerful things in the top 8 of the Pro Tour when I was watching it this morning.
Yeah, I didn't get to see too much of it. I did see bits and pieces, but then I saw the final match.
Right.
So
I didn't actually see the finals. I was watching the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Rooting for Josh Cho, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he top 8'd.
Yeah, he
his
top
first
8'd,
Pro
yeah.
Tour. It's almost
He's
like
insane. Yeah, but
well, now you're
really
now disappointed. Like,
no, you can't be
great.
disappointed.
Yeah,
but
really, when you think about it, it's amazing what he did. So.
Yeah, definitely.
I was, you know, I know a lot of people locally were rooting for Godenis because he is a local guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of Alex Hayne from his. He's on the Crazy Talk podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one of the members of that. They haven't done an episode in a while, but you know, I know him from that. I feel like I know him. You know, you listen to people.
Josh Cho is the only one that I really knew personally in there.
Yeah.
So, obviously rooting for him.
Right, exactly. So it's like I rooted for Josh a little bit, but I've never really met Josh. So, yeah. So it was exciting to see the Miracle deck win in the hands of Alex Hayne. Like I loved that Pro Tour win. So anyway, we're off. Justin Uppal leads with a ponder. So ask Jesse. Looks like he didn't like what he saw, so he shuffled.
Turn 2, let's see. We got the Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, he can go Stoneforge Mystic or
Which one?
yeah,
Goyf,
I was trying to think of the word. I'm like, what's the creature? So Goyf gets dazed.
It was nice. It looks like Justin has the Spell Snare there too, but he's going to save it for this nasty Stoneforge Mystic right here.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Very nice play by Justin Uppal. I mean, correct play.
Yes.
Plays the daze first. Plays
I've commentated on one of Justin's matches before, and I went to talk to him afterwards. He won, but he was talking. He's like, "Yeah, I was so nervous. I missed a land drop on accident, and I didn't want to say anything, so I just had to discard. But I didn't want to discard my land, even though I had one." I was like, he still won though.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Hopefully stifle it too. Oof.
Justin is just got all the plays this game. Justin, yeah, this is in Cincinnati. I think you may be talking about because I remember doing commentary with you in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's exactly where it was.
And that's the last place I saw Justin, although he
did top 8 that event too.
Yeah,
so
that's the one.
He's obviously a solid player. Just gets a little nervous under the camera, which
I think that may have been his first appearance on camera. That might have been why he was so nervous.
Yeah.
So, Thoughtseize from Ian shows us Lightning Bolt, Daze, said
Fork Bolt, Misty,
and a Misty Rainforest.
Yep.
I really like these blue-red Delver lists.
Yeah.
He's playing Rug, but I really like the combination of blue and red in Legacy with Delver.
Well, I mean, it's really interesting as far as like whenever Rug first started becoming a deck, I don't think too many lists played Fork Bolt, and then now it's so good.
It's a natural fit.
Everyone's like, oh wow, that card is actually really in this format.
Perfect, yeah.
It kills everything I want it to.
I really like Thought Scour in some of these lists, although it's not in Not in Justin's list,
Yeah.
which is fine. I just
Ponder, we're going to look for a threat. And we found one.
Nimble Mongoose Land.
Ooh.
That's kind of a bad Ponder,
Yeah.
but he wants the Mongoose.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going to try again.
I can get behind that, so.
He doesn't want to force his Nimble Mongoose to go the distance. Draws a bolt, passes.
Scavenging Ooze. Yeah. Playing around the days.
Bolt.
Eats a bolt. So Justin doing a great job of just keeping the board clear.
Yeah. I mean, that was very good by Ian, too. Like, he's like, well, he knows he has the fork bolt. And he knows he has the days, so he's either going to make him burn both of them to kill it or have to have drawn a bolt.
Which he did.
Fortunately,
yeah.
did for Justin, yeah.
Green Sun Zenith for 1 from Ian. Birds of Paradise. Ravnica Birds. I know they also the M10, M11. I think they just stuck with that artwork. Delver of Secrets from Justin. Fork bolt, kill the bird, hit you. And Justin is a lightning mage.
Yeah.
He can make those bolts split. Swords
Get
to
out of here,
plowshares on your
Delver.
Delver. Alright. Delver goes away, so Ian also keeping the threats off the table. Justin draws land, go.
There's not been too much attacking for two pretty aggressive decks.
Yeah, I mean, I know Justin's really doing some work with keeping Ian's threats off the table, but Justin just hasn't had any threats. He had a Delver and lost it already, so.
Yep.
Justin's hand is just land days, I'm pretty sure.
So what type of decks do you like to play in Legacy?
I was a big fan of the kind of standstill Ancestral Visions decks back when Misstep was legal. Kind of just slow, grindy blue decks.
Like mono blue or blue white?
Blue-white.
Yeah, the blue-white decks.
But I really love Chris Cronenberger's take on the energy field decks. I haven't played with one yet, but
I remember seeing that one.
I really like that deck.
We got a Delver, and don't even get the token. Yeah, he's swords.
Swords to plowshares. So
Thanks for saving the time.
I'm a huge fan of that Cronenberger blue list that he won with back. Where was that? I want to say Louisiana, or Louisville or something. Batterskull.
Batterskull joins the team.
Hard cast, playing around days, and that resolves. So
Take 4.
I'm still waiting to see the Fred Flintstone tokens on the germs for the Batterskull, since it's the Flintstone car.
I had a. Oh, we're just gonna go to the next game. Yep.
Ian cast Thoughtseize and game-winning Thoughtseize.
I was playing Draw Something on Glenn Jones, and he just drew this thing. I have no idea what it is, and then he put 0/0 at the bottom of it. I'm like, oh, it's a germ. I got it.
Nice.
Want to tag it for pick 2?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna be stepping out for JVL here.
Yep.
And it was nice for you to have me.
Thanks for filling in.
Yep. Maybe I'll see you guys in a few later rounds.
Yeah, sounds good. Have a fun day. All right, Jacob Van Winkle, how was your nap?
My nap was good. Yeah, it was. I actually woke up from the nap and went to SCG Live and was like, "Oh, cover starts at 12:30."
Oh,
I'll get there at 12:30.
So you're just like chilling.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Came here and
Yeah, started a little early because we got to the round early, so always starting with round 3. Guess you saw the results of the Pro Tour.
I did.
Yeah. Did you watch any of it?
It was a miracle.
That was miraculous. Hallelujah. Congratulations to Alex Hayne.
Yeah, pretty cool. Canadian Pro Tour champion.
Yeah, I was very pleased with it. As I was saying to you earlier, like I really love the deck. I know Alex just from being on podcasts, Crazy Talk podcast, and I was pulling for him. So
Yeah,
very cool
other
to see him.
congratulations from that Pro Tour. Joshua Cho,
Yeah.
our Star City Tampa Open Legacy champion. The top 4 finish in his very first Pro Tour. Very exciting for him. John Finkel.
This is super exciting Pro Tour. Like in general, like you said, Finkel. I was pulling for Finkel, so it was really weird when I'm like, I want John to win, but I also want Alex to win this, back in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess I just don't lose. Or I guess I could say I don't win. Either way, depends on how I look at it. But
Yeah, and multiple members of the new Star City teams in the top 8 of the Pro Tour.
yeah,
And it's just it's an exciting thing.
yeah,
New teams rising up. It's something that I'm
love
really
it.
excited about. I feel like in a lot of ways, like the teams in the Magic world have kind of been stale for the past 2 years. It's been Channel Fireball and then everybody else.
you're right. Like no other actual teams. Just from Kobe Spaeth, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Speth, mentions that Ian Ellis likes to call this deck Old Republic. Figured I'd mention that.
A Star Wars fan, I assume, then?
Could be. Also, Justin not only top 8'd in Cincinnati, but he also top 8'd in Iowa. I knew he did
Yeah, in Des
Cincinnati
Moines a couple weeks ago.
Okay, I didn't even remember that one, but I know when we did the coverage in Cincinnati a couple months ago, we were both really impressed with Justin's play.
Yeah, Justin's an awesome guy. We were cubing at the hotel late at night one night in Iowa, and it was like 2 a.m. And he was like, "Man, at home I could never stay up this late." And I was like, "Wait, how old are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm 16." And I was like, "What?"
He's been a young guy. Evil Beard tells us that he's a rug master and they call him Goose. So we saw Box yesterday, they're Goose today. These guys with their nicknames.
Everybody's got a nickname these days. It's good though. It's good as long as you don't give yourself the nickname. Not really allowed to do that.
Yeah. My nickname is Awesome Dude. That's a terrible nickname. Justin mulliganing to 6 here, so. Going back to the Pro Tour, Alex not only won the Pro Tour, but Rookie of the Year. Like that's just really exciting. Apparently, the first Canadian to hit platinum. I don't know, all sorts of excitement. I mean, and the Miracle mechanic made for really exciting matches just whenever you got to watch. And of course, that's what he won with, was Entreat the Angels off the top for 5. He just kept stalling with Feeling of Dread, then Tameo. He was burning through Feeling of Dread early in that game, just tapping Avacyn's Pilgrim, keeping Go from accelerating, and then hits Tameo. Tameo's ticking up. Tameo absorbed some damage, and then Entreat the Angels off the top for 5 Angels, 20 power. Go couldn't do anything about it, and that was it. So very exciting. All right, into Legacy, and we've got Goose on the play here.
A turn 1 Delver.
Turn 1 Delver.
That's good. Last game when I was watching, he didn't really have a threat in his opening hand, which is not how you want to open when you're playing Rug. Ian going to start things off with a Mox Diamond, has a Sensei top,
and a Wasteland.
Going to get rid of Justin's land.
And Justin did something with a Daze there, it looked like. Oh, he flipped the Delver off the Daze. I thought he played the Daze to save his land and counter the top. But apparently, that would have been a nice play, but I don't think the Daze was available, so.
Yeah, and Ian had the Wasteland in play when the top was cast too.
Yeah.
All right, Ian, going to take a look at these top 3 cards. Sensei top, just giving him.
Maze of Ith. Gonna put the brakes on the Delver. And Justin
dropping to 18 here, cracking this Mysterium Forest, probably grabbing a Tropical Island.
Justin would like a Wasteland sometime soon, I think.
you know, these rug decks, a lot of them recently have started playing it with a Taiga. And Justin was talking to me yesterday, and he was like, I don't understand why all these people are playing Taiga in their rug decks. He's like, you know, you have to keep every single one-land hand on the draw, and if you have Taiga in your deck, then you don't
can't
have
play
a
Delver.
blue source.
Yeah,
and you can't keep it then.
I like that logic. So an Ancient Grudge takes out the Mox.
That's going to be pretty good. I mean, you know, Ian's deck, pretty mana intensive, especially for a Legacy deck. He had a hand where he hit a Maze and a Wasteland. Just to get a lot of value. With
There's the Wasteland for the Maze.
Yeah.
And in with the Delver. So Justin now. I mean, we saw him early in game one with a lot of answers, but this time he's got a threat
to go with it.
To go with it, yeah. So Swamp, Green Sun Zenith for 0 from Ian. And Justin seems to be fine with that.
Yeah, Justin's probably going to submerge this Dryad Arbor, which is especially strong here because the Dryad Arbor will be summoning sick and not be able to tap for mana when Ian replays it.
Right. So, oh no, he Wastelands it.
Okay,
that'll work
just
too.
as well.
And again, in with the Delver, so...
I'm going to just submerge it and then waste it the next time around.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, though, maybe holding on to the Submerge may be good just to deal with another threat. Plains from Ian has all 3 colors now. Plays Thalia. And Thalia gets bolted or incinerated, considering the mana cost. Delver in, knocking Ian to 7. Tarmogoyf from Justin.
And this is what the Rug Delver deck can do. You know, he's just been leaning on him the whole time, preventing him from having, you know, any spells that he can cast because, you know, his opponent knows he has Daze.
And I believe that's at least a 4-power Goyf, so it could be lethal on board. We've got
instant creature,
land instant artifact creature. Yeah, because the Mox died. So, okay, so Bob's there to get in the way of the Goyf. Bob just providing a speed bump, and gets a Submerge instead, and Justin just takes the game with Tarmogoyf and Delver.
Yeah, and that's what the Rug deck is built to do. Rug deck is built to have these turn 1 Delver draws that just get really aggressive, and right there worked out really well.
Yeah, he kind of just kept Ian from doing anything early, even with a Mox. I mean, it looked like Ian had a pretty decent start. Turn 1, Mox Opal, Wasteland, Sensei's Divining Top.
His Sensei Top didn't really find what he was looking for. A lot of the time those hands are keepable. Those hands that don't really have much action, but they have like an early Mox, some Wastelands, and a Sensei Top, because you can pretty heavily rely on the top itself to just give you action throughout the game. But in Ian's case there, all of the lands that he had in his hand weren't fetch lands, which greatly decreased the value of that Sensei Top that he had in play. So
yeah, and you see the decision to keep that Submerge rather than use it on the Dryad Arbor actually mattered, because he had the Submerge available for the Bob to clear the way.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Ian wouldn't have gotten to the Bob on the top of his deck because the Submerge would have had him 1 draw steps shorter.
He was soon. I mean, he would be 1 draw step shorter, but he could have manipulated it in a different way. Who knows how?
Yeah, maybe he had it earlier and didn't play it.
Who knows?
But
hard to know. But yeah, either way, worked out for Goose. And what's good for the Goose? There's a phrase there. It's not coming to me.
it's funny that his name is Goose. I hear he's actually a moose activist. He, you know, he likes to save the moose. He's, you know, big into the moose saving community.
That's a big
and his name is Goose, so he's Goose, champion of the moose.
I don't know about this moose activism.
Activism.
It's like Activision.
playing some video games?
It sounds like it. ColecoVision. All right, so Ian, turn 1 Forest. A lot less exciting than the last game, but it still might have a better outcome. Deuce with the volcanic island.
And does he have a turn 1 Delver? No, but he does have a Ponder. And I mean, it's an interesting Ponder. He does choose to keep it. And he gets wasted. It actually ends up working out pretty well for him there.
Turn 2 Delver.
Yeah, and there's a lightning bolt on the top of Justin's library, so he's going to be able to flip that.
Well,
but Swords to Plowshares will prevent that from happening.
And Ian playing around the days, making sure that that's going to resolve. So Justin draws days. It wasn't bolt on top.
Oh, he drew the bolt the turn before, I guess.
Yeah. Either way, it would have flipped. Justin has no play, but a Spell Snare for a Tarmogoyf will work.
And a Flood Strand's going to grab a Tropical Island. And then a Tarmogoyf will come down for Justin here.
These guys are just trying to make sure that we see a second match in this round.
Yeah.
How fast they're playing. So Tarmogoyf from Justin.
That's one of the things I like about Rug, is Rug is one of those decks that people who've played it a ton can really get the iterations down, and they just play it lightning fast. And for somebody who plays against it, it's a pretty scary situation.
Ian with not only a Mazavith to stop the Goyf, but a Stoneforge Mystic to start threatening things. Batterskull. And Justin draws Ancient Grudge off the top.
And that's going to be pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean, Ian just played Squire. Essentially, because that Batterskull is not going to stick around.
And Justin does have to spend half a card on it, but half a card is not so bad.
Yeah, against a Batterskull. I had to spend half a card to deal with Batterskull. I'm fine with that. And Stoneforge Mystic.
Justin does have the option of double dazing this, but I don't think he's going to do that. Brainstorm for Justin.
And there's the other
Not really
half of the card.
rush to,
So Umazawa's GT from Ian, and so there's the other half of Ancient Grudge. So Bolt from Justin takes out the Stoneforge Mystic. So the GT is not even a problem, and Batterskull, even though it comes with its own threat, it's not going to be a problem. And that is a choke, I believe. Days.
Yep, and that's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Justin double dazes Ian's choke and now plays the Tropical Island. Batterskull. Justin's in deep trouble if he can't find a red source in his hand.
Yeah.
It's already in his hand. Ancient Grudge.
And now he has the Ancient Grudge in his yard too, so.
Yeah, Ian is.
The Jitte is.
Right, that Grudge holds off the Jitte like the Mazavith is holding off the Goyf. Ian now playing Stoneforge Mystic. What does he have to grab? Does he have anything to grab?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't even search for anything. So now plays the Jitte, and Justin, I guess Ian says, all right, I'll keep you from, Justin attacks, Ian taps the maze, untap the Goyf. Second Tarmogoyf from Justin.
And now Justin's going to start being, oh no, Ian has a Maelstrom Pulse. That's pretty good here.
Wow, yeah, Maelstrom Pulse on Justin's Tarmogoyfs. Gone.
Yeah.
Squire in for one. Presumably, that Jitte is not going to stick around for
And
long
Sylvan
either.
Library. Yeah, this game is
Yeah, Sylvan Library.
quickly leaning in favor of Ian.
Grudge
he
is
picked up
the
a
Jitte.
2-for-1 with his choke. Then he was able to, after the 2-for-1 with the choke, he was able to get another 2-for-1 with that Maelstrom Pulse. And despite having so many more lands,
But Justin now has some threats.
Riding ahead.
Justin's got not only a Delver, but a Nimble Mongoose who is certainly thresholded.
Yes.
Threshold. Ian getting some cards off of the library.
Ooh, Scavenging Ooze, that's really good here.
Scavenging Ooze gets dismembered. And Ian will
Gain some life.
in response.
He'll only gain 1 because the green mana that he gets from Rise Canopy cost him a life.
Right on. Didn't quite see what he removed, but I thought it was the dismember. Brainstorm from Justin. And he sees Wastelands, Tropical Island, and stops for a second. Did he? Oh, did he?
What is
Some sort of
right
question. See what what they're talking about.
Justin's not going to be able to flip this Delver right away, looks like. I guess he has a red spell on the top of his deck. I guess either a Fork Bolt, Chain Lightning, something like that.
Oh, okay. Judge was just verifying life totals. That was all that was. Okay. So, Mongoose on the offensive, and Ian now checking out the top with the library. I really like going to the library myself. I can understand playing the Sylvan Library. It's a fun place. Thalia, guarding Thraben since 2012. And Forked Bolt off the top for Justin. Wasteland the Mazavith, and presumably Forked Bolt, Thalia, and Ian. So did he pay? He paid enough, yeah.
Ian still takes the damage. Just 14. Ian used Caracas.
And now Ian swords to plowshares on the Delver.
Justin up to 16. So Ian at 11 now. Timely reinforcements on top for Ian there. And that's a really strong card. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that in Legacy.
Yeah, there's a second Thalia.
Well, it's the same one. He Caracas the first one back to his hand.
Oh, that's right.
Oh. Justin dropping down to 15 here. Gonna thin out his deck a little bit. Not many basic lands in his, or not many actual lands in his deck, so by using those fetch lands, he can really minimize the amount of land that he draws. Yeah, so Ian's just gonna block with Thalia and then return it back to his hand with Caracas.
Yeah, kind of using the Caracas as a pseudo Mazavith kind of situation now that he's lost his actual maze.
Yep.
Needs a creature, needs a legend to do it, but it effectively fogs the Mongoose in a way that actually Mazavith couldn't do because he can't target the Mongoose. So
yep.
Justin actually would rather have the maze and the Caracas there. So Knight of the Reliquary from Ian. Justin pondering.
Yeah, Justin with a pretty good ponder here. Has a the big problem though is it's going to be really difficult for him to beat the Knight at this point. He's going to need a win via a flying Delver at this point, and we know, Justin does not, that Ian has multiple swords in hand. Well, Justin does find a submerge, and that's going to let him
deal with the knight.
Depending on how this game plays out, if Justin's able to find another mongoose, he may be able to engineer a turn where he can submerge it and get Ian to a life total where he's in burn range, give himself some outs.
Thalia comes down yet again, and now Knight of the Reliquary appears to either be attacking or activating. I think it was an attack.
Yeah, and
no
that's
lands going to the graveyard there.
A gigantic Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah, it's already a fairly large knight.
Yeah, so now Justin has, submerge
and bolt. So he has to pay 2 for the bolt. So yeah, he actually got rid of the Thalia that time by attacking, responding to the Caracas activation with the bolt.
Yep. Some type play, good way to get rid of that Thalia.
Yep. He knew Ian was going to activate Caracas again. To try to save the Thalia. And Ian with the Knight and the Stoneforge Mystic. Now Dark Confidant comes down for Ian. And Mongoose attacks. Ian's fine, actually, with,
Yeah, and Ian can just attack with everybody. And with what's in Justin's hand, there's and they're going through the confusing Dark Confidant Sylvan Library situation.
Yeah.
Nano Mongoose is a 1/1. Jukebug attacks everything, and that's it.
There it is. Ian Ellis takes the match versus Justin Uppal. And nice, exciting match, though. 3 games and real tight play.
3 games, fast play.